Charles VI, King of France. Sounds posh, right? Palaces, banquets, the works. Well, hold your horses because this king's story is less fairy tale and more cautionary tale. Born in 1368, Charlie Boy was practically handed a golden baguette. His dad, Charles V, known as the Wise, No Pressure Jr., had restored some order after the English tried to nick their throne. Young Charles, though, was more into the hunt than the throne room. Maybe he knew what was coming. Imagine being 11 years old and suddenly you're the big cheese. Crowned king in 1380, everyone expected sunshine and roses. Little did they know, winter was coming. This wasn't Game of Thrones, but trust me, the drama was about to get real. Fast forward to 1392, our boy Charlie is 24, rocking a crown and probably some questionable facial hair. Suddenly, bam, the king loses it, literally. Picture this, he's on a jolly summer jaunt through the woods when, out of nowhere, he attacks his own knights. Talk about a mood swing. Doctors were baffled. Was it sunstroke, poison, bad mushrooms? Centuries later, we're still guessing. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, epilepsy, whatever it was, it messed him up royally. This wasn't a one-time thing either. The king had recurring episodes, sometimes lasting months. One minute he's running around naked, convinced he's made of glass. The next he can't remember who his wife is. Not exactly ideal for a guy running a country, is it? Now imagine trying to fight a war with a king who's lost his marbles. Not exactly a recipe for victory, is it? The 100 Years' War, already a right royal mess, became a free-for-all. England, seeing France tripping on its own shoelaces, sensed an opportunity. Enter Henry V, England's ambitious new king. France, meanwhile, is like a car with two drivers fighting over the steering wheel. The king's brother, the Duke of Burgundy, and the king's son, the Dauphin, are at each other's throats for control. With the king out of it, they're more concerned with grabbing power than defending the realm. It was chaos, and the English were loving it. Section 4. Agincourt's Agony, the price of a king's illness. 1415, Agincourt. Remember that scene in Braveheart where the English get decimated? Yeah, reverse that. French knights, bogged down in mud, outmaneuvered and outnumbered, get absolutely clobbered. The English, led by the shrewd Henry V, used longbows like nobody's business, raining arrows on the hapless French. It was a humiliating defeat for France, made worse by the fact that their king was off having another one of his episodes. Agincourt wasn't just a military defeat, it was a symbol of France's weakness, a kingdom on the ropes with a king who couldn't even hold a sword, let alone rule. Section 5. The Treaty of Troyes. A kingdom in pawn. With France on its knees, England smells blood. Henry V, ruthless and ambitious, sees his chance to become king of France too. And guess what? He plays the madness card like a pro. The Treaty of Troyes in 1420 was basically a smash and grab. Charles VI, in a moment of lucidity, or maybe just heavily medicated, disinherited his own son and named Henry V his heir. Yep, you read that right. The King of England, set to inherit the French throne. It was a low point for France, a kingdom humiliated and its future uncertain, all thanks to a king who couldn't tell his crown from a chamber pot. Section 6. Legacy of a Broken Mind, the Aftermath of Madness. Charles VI finally kicked the bucket in 1422, but not before leaving France in a right royal pickle. The Treaty of Troyes was a ticking time bomb and the country was still reeling from his erratic reign. His legacy? A cautionary tale of what happens when the man in charge loses his mind. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining. The chaos of Charles VI's reign paved the way for a certain Joan of Arc to emerge. But that, my friends, is a story for another time. The Mad King might be gone, but his reign served as a stark reminder. Even in the gilded cages of royalty, mental illness can bring a kingdom to its knees.